Hello, Virgo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is do a read for you and that who could be a friend or family member, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be a person of interest, right? Even one side of a situation or another, okay? So do note that. This is a general read, and so if you're looking for a personal read that taps into your own personal energies, then go to theguidedintuitive.com up here or in my description box below. All right. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Michelle. This read is going to be for the first half of March 2020 already. Can't believe we're already there. Okay. So we're going to do that. One quick announcement is that we do have a quick, I should say quick, one quick announcement is that we have a beautiful activating your Empress energy webinar that's coming up. And what this does is it allows you to tap into that spiritual wisdom that you have in terms of your feminine energy. We all have it in us. And actually it lets you step into a room and own it. And so we're going to be doing some practices in terms of activating that. And it's quite different than, it's like, a lot of us, maybe when we go to work, we kind of overcompensate with a lot of that masculine energy because, of course, that's what's rewarded, right? In our society, at least. And with all of those tactics, to-dos, those strategies, and get her done stuff, then what we need to do sometimes is to balance that energy out. And so a lot of us have been so used to strengthening the masculine muscle, especially a lot of us feminine who also work, and we neglect that feminine energy side. And so this is about balancing that out, and lots of surprises in this. So I hope you do join us. It's up here or in my description box below. You'll love it. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. All right. This is going to be your first card, and we're going to be talking about where you're at right now. Okay. So where you're at right now. All right. So here we go. Okay. Let's see what wants to come out. Okay, well, this is a good place to be, guys. All right, so you're in the driver's seat. So this is actually about the Chariot, and this is a major arcana card. This is allowing you to kind of balance, the dark side with the light side, but as well as being able to move forward, and it wants you to move forward to take action. Now, this could be in a relationship or in a situation. It's a major arcana card, so I love seeing this. And what this tells me about is that it's just you, it's having faith, moving forward, using your best intentions. It is about, trying to balance both sides of a relationship, both sides of the situation, and then also using spiritual insights, through the process. So looking to higher guidance as you go through doing this, all right? That can give you a lot more ease in your travel, okay? So that's what I see here. It's just having faith that you're able to move forward confidently and being able to balance out, could be the masculine and the feminine energies here, as well as the light and dark energies, okay? So lots of different symbolism here, all right? But that's what's coming into play. So maybe this relationship or situation needs some action and also needs someone to take action. And it's calling on you to do that. So that's what I'm finding out here. That's what's coming through here. All right. Let's see what else wants to come through. Virgo, let's see. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing in your favor. So perhaps what hasn't been working in the past is now, is having a change. All right. So there's some sort of change that's taking place. And this is for your benefit. So this is really beautiful. I see that there is a beautiful Wheel of Fortune. So this is, talks about success. Perhaps in the past when there has been a little bit of friction, I should say. So maybe in the past there has been some friction in your environment, and that's what's coming up into play. So it's changing that, okay? So if there has been some friction, you're like, oh, not again, right? So that's kind of like the expression that you get from the card. What it is really is an opportunity to step back and listen and take a look at the situation and know that you don't have to be a part of that friction. You could be outside of that and choose to be, and to step back and to, not re-engage until you feel that it is best for you to do so, if at all. But it does want you to step back and disengage from something that is external, something that is happening. You don't need to feed into anything, and your best bet is to listen and step back from a situation. So let's see what else wants to come through in terms of friction. What is it? Well, this wanted to come right out. What is it? Wow. It's like, this is interesting. When you step back and get your stability a little bit, I get like the Ace of Cups. So this is like emotional fulfillment. So this might have to do with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but this is emotional fulfillment. This is a really intimacy. This is all about, love, compatibility. How interesting. And this comes right after, the friction card. And it's interesting. Maybe you stepping back from a situation has allowed the kind of the heat of the situation to simmer down. And when they do that, then it's kind of like moving forth, with emotional fulfillment. Or maybe perhaps what you want is emotional fulfillment. Like, what else on this friction card can we get? Yeah, a new beginning. So a new opportunity for a new beginning. So we get the Page of Wands. This is a messenger, and that's a message that's coming through. And this is about, a new opportunity that you've seen already growth on right now. And it's like, it gives you emotional fulfillment, perhaps. So there probably is a new opportunity in this relationship or in this situation. So it could be, that could be the situation. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus type energy. Okay. Let me see what else wants to come through here. Wow, you got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or that type of energy that is swooping right in, and it's coming this way. So I think it's coming towards you. So Virgo, that's what I see here. They move forward very, very fast, very romantic, very charming. So what it's important to do is just kind of put on the brakes a little bit and slow it down. If it's something that you're looking for longevity, because they come in pretty fast and they leave fast. So this is saying slow that down so you can find out the real intentions, even though they're very honorable. I mean, there's a lot of love here. It's just a matter of, do you want things to move that fast? So that should be what's coming through. What is this Knight of Swords? Anything else? Oh, wow. This person really wants the whole shebang with you. So this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is wealth, material, the material aspects of a family life, that type of thing. And it's a 10, which just came to fruition. So it could be, kind of this person is coming in and basically saying this is what they want. Okay. So this is interesting, guys. What else wants to come through on where you're at right now? Let's see what that is. Okay. Let's see what that is. This is about a new awakening, okay? This is a really beautiful time for you. And what I'm feeling right now is that you're all about romance, creativity. This is also about this being like exploration, like the universe. You're kind of exploring your opportunities, and you're having some sort of awakening that gives you some sort of new set of fresh pair of eyes, to kind of take a look at things, and you see the world in a totally different way, which is exciting. And you're just kind of being warmed by the sunlight and all that the world has to offer, and seeing the beautiful, the joy and the beauty in that. So you've gone through some sort of awakening within this relationship or situation, probably from something that was causing friction in the past. Right. And since things are changing, this is emotional fulfillment. I just see really beautiful things here for you. Wow. And this is also a time to clear out all negative thoughts and feelings. So clearing out the clutter. It is so, so important to clear out the clutter of your area. Then you clear out the clutter of your mind, and you've got just that much more space to utilize, for fresh energy to come in. So this is about space clearing that's going to be very important, especially as it relates to your thoughts. Okay. So any sort of negative emotions, limiting beliefs, it wants you to get rid of those. Okay. To really pull them out from the root, and to really take a really deep look at them as well. You might want to go into 5 layers of why. It's a coaching technique that is really important to do, but you can ask, I wonder what this does mean. So if you're feeling fear, I wonder what that means. And then you answer that. Your higher self is answering that. And then you ask, well, I wonder, based upon that answer, I wonder what that means. And then you go a step further and you do 5 levels that actually gets to the core. This is actually a really famous strategy that is used by the Ritz-Carlton, actually, that they call it the 5 whys of their customer service. And then they can get down to the nitty gritty of the issue that is actually, the core issue, and they can eradicate it or make some changes to elevate their customer service, to the excellence that they're so known for. Okay. So just a little food for thought there I wanted to share with you, but that's something that we can do in our own lives. So I wanted to kind of give you that technique, and notice if you use it, guys. If you use it, will you note your comments below? Because I'd love it to see how that would work for you, because this is all all about just clearing old thoughts, negative emotions, anything that's standing in the way. And if you're still having a problem with it, then, go to the Beyond the Read session over there, because we can help you there. Okay. So that being said, and I use it a lot of my coaching. So if you're interested, do check it out. Okay. All right. So let's go further into this and see what more that we could find here. Where you're at right now, This is a beauty. This is really beautiful. This is really talking about what a wondrous, beautiful being that you are. And this is a card of beauty. So it says that there's nothing that you need to change. There's nothing that you need to fix. You've gone through this beautiful change of transformation, and it's quite beautiful. You've kind of just transformed into this, there's lots of butterflies, there's lots of transformation. And it also is highlighting the throat chakra as well as the third eye. So that's very, very important. So that's like the goddess of beauty. So that's kind of where you're at right now. And I think also what's important too is that we're going to pull some on the moon card, see what wants to come out here. Yeah, it's like what I'm getting here is that there is a time for healing. You may be going through some sort of healing, in this process. And I think that's why you've got this, space clearing, this goddess of beauty, and then also just kind of like this wondrous reawakening, right? It's because you've gone through some sort of healing that has taken place here. Okay. So that's what seems to be wanting to come through. Anything else for you here? Okay. It's take a time to not only breathe in, but this card talks about breathing out. So take a deep breath in and then let it out. Okay. So they want you to give a lot more longer breaths out is what's coming through here. Okay. So take time to breathe, I think that's what's also important for you here. And your commitment at this time is being tested. And I think that's kind of why you got the friction card, because your commitment to this relationship, to this situation, whatever's brought you to my channel, is being tested right now. Okay. So that's not to say you might have a little bump in the road, but that doesn't mean that, oh gosh, everything is all right. I should just give up. No, this is just an opportunity to see how bad you really want it. Okay. So relationship, situation, person, place, or thing. All right. So that's what's coming through. How does this other person feel about you? Let's take a look at that. How does this other person feel about you? Let's see what that is. Okay. Knight of Wands. So this is beautiful. This is that fire energy that's coming through, okay? And very, very passionate. Sometimes they move a little too fast, right? Moving almost a little too fast that they think, oh my gosh, I hope I don't fall off the horse. So that they're kind of doing it afraid. So someone's coming forth with passion, okay? Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign in your chart or this other person's, okay? But I really think it's this that this whoever's around this person or they're taking on that energy, okay? So Knight of Wands, yeah, it's like after feeling left out of a situation, this is the Five of Pentacles, being kind of impoverished, they just are making some changes and they're moving forward with confidence. Yeah, they had something where they felt left out and something had came to an end. Now, this could have been in this relationship or this situation. That could have been the case, guys. Yeah, and I think this person now is moving forward with passion. Yeah, to calmer waters, okay? Maybe this person came forth with passion towards you, and maybe it didn't work out. Maybe that you didn't actually like their advances, and so something came to an end, and so they thought, okay, I'm going to move over to calmer waters. Could have been dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's a 6 card, which talks about growth. So moving on to calmer waters is of growth for this person. That's where they're at. So they're really focusing right now on their work, okay? Maybe you scared them, okay? So it could be the case. Let's see here. Just focusing really hard on work. Just trying to get their equilibrium back a little bit, okay? I think that's what it is. Maybe there was some sort of illusion that this person had in terms of this relationship or situation. But I will tell you is, there's a Page of Cups right after that, and this is a cup of love. And they still have love for you. There's no doubt that they have a cup of love for you. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Could be someone new, but I still feel it's a page. So this is a brand new opportunity that this person does want to offer a cup of love. There's no doubt. And I think they're just kind of caught in illusions, right? What choices, having lots of choices. and having to equalize, their feelings and and kind of have some temperance to this situation. So this is about balancing the situation emotionally, especially after this, what has taken place. And and then I get the Five of Swords. This is about conflict. Okay, maybe there was some sort of conflict in this relationship or situation. Again, I get the air energy here. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. This person I don't know. Let me see something. Well, what's interesting is that maybe after, you know, there was some sort of conflict, but after the conflict, there was good vibration, the sun. It's like things are changing. Yeah, it's changing. The fives it's about a change, right? It's about conflict, but there's a change that leads to the sun, that leads to good vibration. So have you worked something out as maybe just kind of interesting? That's exactly what it's a major arcana card. Then I get the King of Cups, which is actually just stabilizing their emotions here. Okay, could have been dealing with, someone had to get their emotions balanced, and so they actually felt better. Okay, wow, how interesting. So you guys have to note your comments. I'd love to hear on how that worked, and who's this other person over here, because was there a situation where you didn't want them to come back? There was maybe some sort of conflict. And after the emotions been stabilized, there are good vibrations coming from this side, but that's quite interesting. Okay, let's take a look on what you make together. Okay, what is it that you make together? Let's see what that is in this relationship or situation. What is that? Okay, first of all, you're very grateful for each other coming into each other's lives. So it must have been something that was learned from this on both sides. But this is about having gratitude, an attitude of gratitude in your life, okay? And it just really brings a lot more light and a lot more abundance to you, right? So this is really beautiful. So having a mindset of gratitude, and this allows for brand new creations to take place. So maybe you work together, do you create together? There's a lot of love here. There's love here, within the middle of the tree here, right? And it stems from love, and it brings forth a lot of love. Let's see what the tarot has to say about that creation. Yeah, there's love here. I mean, there is a cup of love coming through here again. So what you make together is love. It's very romantic. It's very charming. And I see love. It's like a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces type energy still. I really see like a lot of that water energy. Yeah, and I'm going to pull from another deck and see what you make together. You make love. This is about emotions coming to the surface. So perhaps within this situation that you have been grateful for, learning something new by being in this relationship, right? Things from the past, or what was, hidden below, sorry for the glare there, guys, was hidden below, is now resurfacing. It can't be pushed down anymore. If you follow Abraham, it's about like pushing that cork down, and that's unwanted feelings, negative emotions. Well, if you push a cork down in water, guess what it does? Pops up, right? So that's exactly what happens. So you can't bury it any longer. It wants to resurface. So that's what's coming into play there. Okay, so it no longer is now coming to the surface. It's about handling that now. Okay, which is very, very beautiful. Okay, so that is actually what you make together, right? And that's exactly what I see. So what we're going to do is to focus on what you need to know most about them. What do you need to know most about them? What is it? Discovering the truth. Well, this is about standing in the light of truth. So maybe in this relationship or situation, there is some sort of truth that is being discovered, or perhaps you're discovering your own truth. This person on this other side, because this is in the position on what you need to know most about them, is I think that that they're discovering their own truth, and so that's what's happening. Let's see what else. Okay, let's see what else. That this is about they're taking a risk and they venture forward. Okay, they do take risks and venture forward. That's probably what happened here. Okay. And maybe something didn't work out, and so now they're stabilized in their emotions and they're off for their other next great adventure. But yeah, they're adventurous, okay, and they're focused on just moving forward, very smoothly. They want to move forward very smoothly, be in the flow of things with you, and that is very, very key. What else wants to be known as to what you need to know most about them? That they're very strong. You might be dealing with a Leo perhaps, but they're very, very strong and they can really tame kind of like the wildest beast within them. And I think that's what's happened is that they're able to tame their emotions and come out again, because, of good vibrations, perhaps after some sort of conflict or friction in this relationship or situation. Okay. That's what came through. They're very, very strong, but they balance their emotions. This is an 8, right? That infinity symbol, right? So let's see what else wants to come through from that. Yeah, it's, what you need to know most about them is they want to have a home life. Okay. They want a stable home life and happy home life with you. They want that stability. They're looking for that. And they want success in that. Okay. And that's how they see it. They want balance and success in this relationship or situation. And that they're maybe a little tied up in terms of making a decision. Could be the case that they just have to look at a different perspective. This is a 2 of Swords in that air energy. And this is about taking the blindfold off and really just understanding and determining what is going to be best for them based on their values, based upon now that they have now equalized their emotions, what is now going to be the best thing for them in terms of moving forward. So that's what you need to know most about. They're in the process of making some sort of decision. Wow. Guys, the decision is the Lover's card, okay? So this is about decision as to come forward and offer a cup of love, probably after they perhaps have been maybe knocked down and fell left out, okay? So you guys have to tell me because that's what seems to be coming through, okay? That's kind of a little bit of a storyline for some of you, that they're in the process of making a decision to bring forth a cup of love, an opportunity. If love's not on the brain for some of you, this could be an opportunity for a contract, a union, right? Equal give and take. So gosh, that's so beautiful. What is the best way to move forward? What is the best way to move forward? What is that? Balance. Yeah, we talked about that through this all. So balancing things out, balancing out the relationship, the situation. Balance is going to be key. Okay. So there has been some change in this relationship. There's been some spiritual maturity take place on both sides. And with that, hence you got the dragonfly that's kind of running right through there. It's just saying there's been a transformation of these opposing forces, which I really think had led to that kind of conflict or situation. But it did have to, maybe something had resurfaced for one of you in terms of, emotions, limiting beliefs, and that type of thing we talked about. But yeah, balance. The best way to move forward is to do the best that you can to kind of balance things out. And to create your own new beginning, your own revolution. There's no set way to do things, and this is about making your own revolution in your own lives. Best way to move forward is create your own revolution. Create the balance that you need, that's necessary. Best way to move forward. Ridding of any negative emotions, or it's like what I call the 3 a.m. card, getting rid of those ruminating beliefs that continuously circle in the head, right? And the brain likes the familiar, so it's going to continue to go back to the familiar until we break down those habits. And again, getting, why am I thinking of this? And going into the 5 whys and questioning that, getting down to the root of the situation. Why am I thinking of this, on a constant, consistent basis? Is this true? What would I be without this? Where would you be without this? And note your comments below, guys, okay? If you didn't have this, then what would things be like, right? And who would you be, all right? So it's kind of a question sometimes to get the truth out, and it's really, really helpful. But it's a 9. What I love about this is that it's coming to fruition, so it's near the end. So some of you might still be in this, but the best way to move forward is to eliminate this. And it's to get to the core issue of things, right? To get to the core issue of that limiting belief, that negative thought, that perhaps you might be adding things onto. So for some of you, it could be a situation that had taken place and you think, oh, that probably means this. And then you start believing that. And then that's a repeating, tape in your head. And this is saying is that maybe that you're adding a little bit more onto this than it really is. So what would you be if you didn't have these feelings? Probably feel light. You probably feel relaxed. You probably get some great sleep. So these are things to think about. So note your comments below, guys. Okay. Best way forward is to rid of that. Know that you are on top of things, right? You're on higher ground above everyone else and you're persevering. This is having faith and persevering that you can make it through this and persevering through this type of energy. You're persevering, taking on that fire energy. Okay. And let's see here, focusing on the spiritual side, your truth, right? Getting to the truth of things, right? And hence why I kind of, had that little tactic there, getting to the truth for you. What is your truth? Okay. And asking your source for guidance and, and also looking at, asking your source for guidance and just following your truth. This is a major arcana card, so that's your best way forward, right? And once you kind of get into line with that, you get the Lover's card. This best way forward, yeah, and that's how you're going to get there. Focus on your truth, what's true for you. Continue to persevere, rid of these limiting beliefs and negative emotions that might be standing in the way. Create an own revolution inside you, which is what you're doing to create the balance that you need for this relationship or situation to be balanced and be successful. Okay. Any other advice in this that we have for you? Any other advice? Yeah, this is about, shelter. And this is about saying that you are protected, that no longer do you need to hide anymore, that you can step out in front of fear because that's where the light is. When you step out in front of fear and do it anyway, that's where the light is, right? So be accepting of who you are right now and where you're at. Love yourself, know that you're worthy, and just take that one step. There's no need for comparisons. There's no rush. But this is about 100 total acceptance of your authentic self as to where you're at. And when you've got that, take that one step forward, okay? You don't need to hide back and to set back, and not to and move forward on do the things that you love, because you see all these little hearts there, right? It's just beautiful things you love, but you're in the shelter, right? But know that you're protected in this process. I want to let you know that, right? And this is about accepting yourself, your authentic self. And it's kind of like, yeah, I love myself, right? So I want you to love yourself. So note your comments below. I love myself, right? And I'm stepping through my fear and I'm creating my own revolution. And that's what you need to know, okay? So sending lots of love. I look forward to seeing you in the second half of March. And until then, namaste.